guys, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatching review for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, all that good stuff so you don't miss out on any future videos, and let's get started. So today we are talking about the brand new polishes from OPI for summer 2020, which is called Hidden Prism. And I am very excited about this. If you guys have been watching my channel recently, you know that I'm very into this intentionally sheer finish, especially if there's like a glitter or flaky in it, and this collection has me all over it. So this collection is 12 nail polishes split into 2 different categories. 6 of them are part of the regular OPI line, and they are sheer nail polishes that have iridescent flakies in them. And then there are 6 pearlized finishes that are in the Infinite Shine line. Now I know I've said recently that I want to do a comparison of their regular line and their Infinite Shine line because there is a price difference. I still haven't done that, but I promise I will soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I was more excited for the regular line just because that's the type of polish that I've been really into lately, those like jelly polishes. But if you guys are into pearlized finishes, we do have these 6 Infinite Shine polishes as well. And one thing, a lot of you guys, when you requested to see swatches of this, did ask me to swatch these over black nail polish as well, which I did for both collections. And let me tell you, I was not expecting them to look the way they did over black. So I guess there's really a reason why they are hidden prisms, because well, I don't want to spoil anything, but they're good. So first I'm going to show you guys the regular line of nail polishes, which is the 6 jelly polishes with the iridescent flakes in it. I'm also going to be showing you each polish swatched over black. So let's start with that. So as always with my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. This is the FUCHSIA base coat, so I'll link it below for you guys. So first up in this collection we have Rainbow's A Go-Go, which is a really beautiful warm toned purple sheer polish that has iridescent flakes running throughout it in a few different iridescent colors, and this one is absolutely stunning. It looks like more of a fuchsia on the nails, so I am doing 2 coats of this as I am with the rest of the collection just so you guys can see what that looks like. So most of them are actually pretty full coverage, meaning you can't see the visible nail line, but in some lighting it might be there a little bit. But if you prefer that jelly-like look, you can always just do 1 coat, and it is nice and self-leveling, so it does work that way as well. But just a stunning shade. I did throw this one over black. Like I told you guys, I am using the OPI Black Onyx for all of my swatches, and I was blown away. I was not expecting it to look like this over black. Those iridescent glitters take on so many more colors. You can see so much in them. This honestly looks like an indie nail polish to me, so I was really excited about this. The rest are equally as beautiful. Next up we have She's a Prismaniac, which is a sheer pinky, almost like a salmon shade, but it definitely looks more pink on the nails. And again, this one does have those iridescent little flakies running throughout in different colors. And again, you can throw on 1 coat if you like that really sheer look. I did end up doing 2 coats, and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this is just a classic any time of year shade, and I love that added glitter. That just makes it look a little bit more unique. I also just want to say I love that they're doing flakies instead of hex glitters. I feel like, again, that's kind of like an indie vibe to me, and I feel like it just makes the polish feel a lot more luxurious than the normal hex glitters. So let me show you guys over black, and again, just totally blown away. This one was a little bit more opaque, so I feel like it looked a little bit different over black than the rest of the collection. This kind of does look like you have a polish over black, whereas some of them just looked like they were a black glittery polish. So not sure I love this one, but I think it's still a pretty cool effect. Next up we have the shade Magic Hour, which is a really warm golden orange, and this one I was a little worried about. I've talked to you guys before about how I don't love sheer yellowy orange nail polishes because I feel like they almost make my nails look a little bit dirty, but once I threw on that 2nd coat, I felt like this one was totally a vibe. I love it. You can definitely see my visible nail line through it, but it doesn't look like such a sheer wash of color on my nails that it looks like I just have dirty nails. It looks like it is definitely a beautiful orange color. And once again, showing you guys over black, and over black you can really see a lot of pink coming through, and I feel like it really warms up the polish. It makes it look so interesting and unique. I really truly do not have any color like this. It's almost like burning embers. I don't know, I dig it. Next up we have the shade RAY-DIANCE, and this one was probably the most shocking for me. It is a super sheer yellow, but the iridescent flakies in it actually shine a little bit red and blue. So on the first coat, I think it looks really interesting. I would definitely wear this as a one coater. On the second coat, I feel like, again, I was kind of worried that it would have that almost stained nail look. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, and I wasn't sold on it. I feel like I could use this as a base for a French manicure and it would be really beautiful, but let me tell you, when I put this over black, I honestly, like, this to me, if you guys know my collaboration with Starly, I feel like this looks like a dupe of Cosmic Voyage, because I was not expecting this to look at all how it does over this color. Like, this is not yellow at all. This looks like it's pink and blue, and I think it's absolutely stunning. So really in love with this shade, even though I didn't love it sheer. Next up we have the shade GLEAM on, and this is a really bright lime green, and again, it does have those flakies in it. This one I did feel had a different formula than the rest of the collection. I'm not sure why, but I feel like this was also the case with their green in the last collection. This one almost has a little bit of a pearlized finish, and the flakies in it are more of a foiled finish than an iridescent look. So I feel like this one gives a very different vibe. It feels very reflective. It's not as colorful, but that green does shine through really beautifully. Because of that different finish, I wasn't sure how it would look over black, and it ended up being pretty different than the rest of the collection, but I still ended up thinking it was pretty cool. This one again is a little bit more opaque than others, so it does kind of look like you have green over black, but I do still think it's really interesting, and over the black you can see a little bit more color shining through, and it almost looks like a blackened green, if that makes sense. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Pigment of My Imagination, which is a really beautiful soft blue that has iridescent flakies in it, and this one looked a little bit warmer in the bottle than it did on the nails. Once I started putting it on my nails, I felt like it was definitely more of a periwinkle blue than a sky blue, but still an absolutely gorgeous shade. You can see a little bit of like a pinky flaky coming through it, and I just feel like this is a perfect, again, any time of year shade. I mean, you can get away with wearing this color literally any time, whether it's like a soft wintry shade or if you want it to be a light fun summery shade. And I feel like this one did have just a touch of a pearlized finish to it, but it's not streaky at all, and it's really not noticeable on the nails. So once I threw that over black, it definitely transformed, and actually now that I'm looking at it, kind of giving me a little bit of a Cinderella vibe. This over black I think is one of the most stunning flakies I have ever seen. I absolutely love the colors in it. I love how they transform over black, and I feel like it just, I don't know, what a beautiful color. I can't get over it. So those are the jellies with the iridescent flakies. Like I said, I was not expecting those to perform that well over black. I was really impressed with the way they looked. I mean, I feel like you're getting almost two different nail polishes, because you on the one hand get that beautiful sheer nail polish, but you also get that crazy glittery awesomeness over black. So I can only imagine how much cooler it is over other colors as well. When I first was swatching it, I was like, nothing will compare to these beautiful jellies on their own, but then once I put them over black, I was just absolutely in love. So very happy about this collection. I think all of them are amazing. So these polishes are their regular 15 milliliter bottles. They retail for $9 USD each on HB Beauty Bar's website, which is where I got them. You can use the code Kelly to get 22% off. They're also available everywhere else that OPI is sold. So now let's move on to the Infinite Shine collection. Like I said, we have 6 more polishes. They're a slightly different finish. They're somewhat sheer, but they are pearlized finishes, and they all have this really interesting sort of bluish, pinkish, purplish sheen to them. So I didn't think that these would look terribly different over black, but I did end up swatching them over black anyway, just in case any of you guys were curious. So let me show you those 6 polishes and then all of them over black. So roll footage number 2. So once again, I am just using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail, and again, I am going to be swatching all of these over black for you guys too. So first up in this collection, we have the shade Prismatic Fanatic, and this one is sort of like a purpley periwinkle shade that has a really intense purple pink shimmer running throughout. This one does have a pearlized finish, and the way I'm showing you guys all of these polishes is I am doing 2 coats. Usually the first coat I will do for opacity, and then the second coat I'll be really careful with my brush strokes just to make sure that the lines look nice and neat. However, I did notice with this collection, and I feel OPI in general, once it starts to dry, those lines don't show through as much. So if that's something you're worried about, I don't think you need to worry about this collection in particular. It wasn't too streaky. So I am showing you guys this collection over black, although I don't necessarily love them over black, and I'm not sure that they are intended to be worn over black. This one I think was the coolest out of the bunch because you could really see see that beautiful pinky purple shimmer coming through, especially on the sides, but the rest I'm not too sold on. We'll see what you guys think. Next up we have the shade Feeling OPTIPRISMIC, which is a sort of fuchsia purpley shade, and this one is another pearlized finish. It does again have that sort of intense bluish purple pink sheen running throughout it, and this one I did find was a little bit more sheer and a little bit dustier than the rest in the collection. Once I put it on my nails, I felt like it was a lot softer of a color than it looked in the bottle. I know that pearlized finishes like this tend to be hit or miss with people, and personally I love them. I think they're really exciting, but I know a color like this, which is more of a classic shade, it's probably not going to get as much love as it deserves, but I just love that beautiful cool tone, and I just like how bright and vibrant and classic it is. I think it's just really pretty on the nails. So again, I did throw this one over black just to show you guys what that looked like, and again it did show through a lot more of that bluey purple shimmer running throughout, but I wasn't a huge fan of this one. This one did tend to be a little bit more streaky on me, even though it did dry less streaky. I feel like you could see a lot more of those lines over black. So again, not sure how I feel about this one over black, but it's still a really cool effect, maybe for nail art. Next up we have the shade Rainbows in Your Fuchsia, which is probably my favorite name out of this collection, which is saying something because this collection had very clever names. But this one, I wouldn't consider this a fuchsia. It is a really bright, cool toned pink that has that pearlized finish, and this one was super opaque. It was pretty much opaque in the first coat, so the second coat I didn't really worry too much about opacity. I was just kind of smoothing out those lines, which like I said, kind of dry a little bit smoother anyway, but wow, what a beautiful color. I'm totally in love with this for any time of year. It's like that classic pink shade, but it's exciting because it's got that pearlized finish. And again, throwing that one over black, I feel like almost all of these look kind of the same over black just because they have that same color sheen running throughout, so it's not going to make them look too different, whereas those iridescent flakies start to look different over black because they're different base colors. I don't know. Next up we have the shade Coral Chroma, which is a really beautiful peachy orange shade that has a really vibrant pinky purple shimmer running throughout, and again that pearlized finish. This one was on the sheer side. I did end up doing 2 coats for full opacity, and I was able to still see a little bit of that visible nail line coming through, but I do think this is a really beautiful shade. I feel like this is a more pearlized version. I don't remember the name of the color, but Cirque Colors definitely did a shade that was similar to this, but it didn't have as much of a pearlized finish. Because of that, I feel like this is totally giving me spring vibes, even though this is definitely a color you can wear any time of year. So again, I'm just going to show you guys over black so you can see what that looks like, and I was starting to expect this one to look a little bit different over black, but again, you really mostly just see that blue purple sheen coming through, so it's definitely a cool feature to have for a nail polish, but I don't think it's a reason to purchase it. Next up we have the shade Optical ILLUS-SUN. This is another great name. They really have great ones in this collection. This one is a very vibrant, almost chartreuse lime green shade that has a really intense shimmer running throughout it. This one was a different type of shimmer though. I found that this one was a little bit more like pinky orange, which I think matched that base color really well. I was very surprised and impressed at not only the opacity of this shade, because I feel like you could not see my visible nail line too well, but also just the vibrance of the color. I feel like it just feels so unique, especially for this type of finish. I've not seen anything like this, so I was really excited to see it, really excited it performed well, and I'm happy that it's in my collection now. So this one over black, I wasn't sure what to expect, but personally I do not like the way it looks at all. Once again, I am just showing you guys just because I know some of you might be curious, but personally I don't think these need to be worn over black, and this is my proof because I don't think this looks good at all. And finally in this collection we have the shade Your Lime to Shine, which I would almost describe as like a seafoam green shade, and again it has that really vibrant shimmer running throughout as well as that pearlized finish, and this one I also found to be super sheer. I did do 2 coats just because I wanted to keep it consistent for the entire video and do 2 coats of everything, but I did find that this one was just a touch patchy, so I would probably throw on a 3rd coat for it. I'm not a huge fan of this color personally. I just I don't know that it really works with the finish, but I was really excited to see it in the bottle, so I might give it another try before I denounce it. So I would love to know what you guys think about this one as well. And once again, this one, I just don't think it looked good over black either. I feel like this color just doesn't lend itself well to being paired over black. But that being said, I am kind of curious how these colors would perform over other colors. Maybe they would look really cool over white, so I'll probably experiment a little bit with that too. So yeah, those are the Infinite Shine polishes, and honestly, I don't love these over black. I do think it's a pretty cool feature, so if that's something that you're into, you can always do that. For me personally, I just prefer that pearlized finish as an almost sheer wash of color on the nails. I really do love the way that that looks, so I am going to just wear those as is. If I had to choose between the two lines, I would say I definitely prefer the glitter jellies because I just feel like that's very me and that's very in style right now, but I can also see a huge appeal with the Infinite Shine polishes. So the Infinite Shine polishes are also in 15 milliliter bottles. They do have the silver caps, so you can tell that is a different line of OPI, and those retail for $11 USD each on the HB Beauty Bar website. Once again, you can use the code KELLI to get 22% off your order. I'm gonna link everything down below for you guys so you can check it out. But yeah, I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think of this collection? Which do you prefer, the regular line or the Infinite Shine line? Let me know in the comments. I wish I could do a poll about it, but apparently YouTube doesn't do those little polls in the cards anymore, which I'm so sad about because I feel like that was my favorite thing to do, but that's not really related to this video at all. But yeah, so let me know what you think, if you picked any of these up, if you're planning on picking any of these up, and then I'm also curious, would you prefer to wear these over black or do you like them better on the bare nail? So yeah, just let me know. And if you guys enjoyed my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. And that is it for this one, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Fun fact. I feel like I've been having very lame fun facts lately, but this one is actually a fun fact about me, so hopefully you guys find this exciting, okay? Fun fact, I actually love doing the dishes, and I know that that's gotta be a weird thing, because I feel like the majority of people don't enjoy doing most household chores, but I feel like there's just something about cleaning dishes that's kind of enjoyable. And just so you guys know, I do always wear kitchen gloves, like obsessively. I will not touch dishes without kitchen gloves. One, because my nails, and two, because I kind of think it's gross in there. Which kind of is at odds with my love of washing dishes, but I just like love cleaning them. And then I also feel like, not to be weird, but I almost don't trust when other people do the dishes. Like I feel like I need to do them myself in order to ensure that they're very clean. Second bonus fun fact, I once lived with somebody and I found out that the way that she cleaned her dishes was to lick them. It was terrible, and when I found out, I almost died, and from then on I was like, you know what, I actually love doing the dishes, so I'm gonna do the dishes from now on. So yeah, fun facts. See you guys later. Bye.